Hi guys, I just wanted to chat about something I've been running into a little bit. I'm doing some coaching and even doing just even in life. It's something that I've kind of been passionate about, but I've found a way to articulate it and it hit me in my heart, and I wanted to share it with you. The thing is, I'm talking about the people that want to be peacekeepers. These peacekeepers, I believe, are dying from the inside. They're losing their identity because they're busy keeping peace. They're losing why they're here on this planet, the purpose of why they're even alive, but because they're busy keeping peace. What happens when you get talked down to? What happens when a husband speaks down to his wife, or guilts their wife, or the wife controls the man? What happens when a boss talks down to you, treats you like shit because he's the boss? There's two things that happen. Either you're going to stand up for yourself and say, that's not how I want to be treated, or else you're going to be a peacekeeper and say, oh, just don't worry about it. Just leave it alone. I don't want to cause waves. And we just kind of let it slide. Maybe you just say, oh, you don't understand who they are. That just leave them alone, and that they're okay. They don't really mean it. And we justify these things in our head. In the meantime, you're getting killed on the inside. It hurts, and we don't admit it. And the thing is, there's no way to express it, because the alternative is to challenge these people that want to talk down to you or want to bully you. And the alternative to just keeping the peace is a big, massive, freaky battle that people are so scared of. That someone's going to be yelling at them, or they're going to guilt them. And yeah, that battle does happen. The thing is, though, are you willing to sacrifice your entire purpose for being on this planet, your identity, and actually true peace of mind? Because you're not getting peace by keeping the peace. The thing is, what you create by keeping the peace is loneliness. And you lose your voice. When you were created, you were not created to serve someone and make sure that they are happy. You're created to have a voice, to have something extremely special. The thing is, by living with someone that's a controller, always trying to beat you down, or always trying to control you, what happens is this: because you don't want to take on the battle, you start serving them. You start living your life to avoid that outburst, to avoid the guilt. This creates somewhat of a life for the peacekeeper. But again, who they really are just continue to die. The thing is, if you want to have real peace, the people of Egypt showed us what it takes to find peace sometimes. When there's a dictator or a controller, what happens? They say, enough is enough. We are dying. We're oppressed. We don't have a voice. So they revolted. And they took on that battle that we're so scared to take on. And the people lost their lives. And there was a big price to pay. But today, Egypt is way, way closer to freedom than they've ever experienced. And now they have the flavor of what it takes to have freedom. True peace. The reality is, the more we keep peace, the more we let the war continue. The more we let people talk to us the way that hurts us. The thing is, if you challenge these people that are talking down to you, you are actually going to make peace. You won't keep the peace, you will make peace. By making peace, what happens is saying, look, you're treating me like a big pile of dirt. And if I was a human diamond, the size of me, a diamond, how would you treat me? Would you talk down to me, or would you take care of me? Would you be nice to me? Would you value me? The thing is, these kind of conversations have to happen to the people that are oppressing other people. Forget keeping the peace. You're dying. People are so amazing when they just start becoming who they are. But what it does is causes the controllers to look within or leave. That's the two options. Either they can leave or they look within. So if you want to truly make peace in this world, we need to challenge the controllers. Challenge the way things are run, so they'll reflect on what they're doing. If we are going to let people bully us, control us, we are actually letting the war continue. So, keeping the peace is a whole lot different than making peace. If you make peace, we will start seeing real peace. But if we're so scared that we're going to get into a fight, or so scared that my opinion might be squashed, maybe we're scared that this isn't what you do in the world, You go to school. You have to become a violinist, or you have to. These are just things we do. Well, what about your voice? What if you don't want to be a violinist? What if that's not what you're made to be? What if that's someone else's dream? Well, just keep the peace. Don't cause too many waves. You can go ahead and die that way on the inside. But that's not what you need to do. You need to say, what do I want? What am I built for? And the thing is, you need to count the cost and say, that's what I need to do in life. And you'll watch miracles start happening. You watch things come to you that you never could dream of. And you'll watch people around you start doing the same thing. But it takes one person to do that. Anyways, just some thoughts. Thank you so much, guys.